web alert. Experience the latest single by MOC Production. Now available at Reverb Nation, reverbnation.com/MOC Production.
This one is for whom did not invite us. Said they didn't like us. Turn around, they bite us. Wanna fight us because we rep the righteous. Ignite the itis, strong as a unitas. When you gonna realize I'm more than a good writer? Maybe when you behold a pale horse on the course of death rider. Along with fire and brimstone, it's kinda like mic and then bone. Cause our floats are so hot you couldn't put them out with a cup of cold water. I'm like, recognize, I'm becoming my own martyrs. Mayday for the haters that won't go no farther. Cause they wrestle with the rest that have already been slaughtered. Continue what you're saying, my praying day in and day out. Ain't nothing ain't gonna pay out, but they poppin' what I say out. They hearing all my prayers, punks acting like they players, but they just remix the sameness like checked it out Medeas.
Your godlessness is just someone else's gimmick. Look in your heart, you'll see the God is still in it. Ancestral Travelers, yo, the name is patronymic. The difference between fame and glory and the righteous game that we mimic. Your godlessness is just someone else's gimmick. Look into your heart, you'll see that God is still in it. Ancestral Travelers, yo, the name is patronymic. The difference between fame and glory and the righteous game that we mimic. 2,377 miles in between us, and still there ain't never been bigger smiles in between us. Put me on the rings of Saturn and TonetheBone on the gases of Venus, and fast as the Phoenix flashes reconstruct itself, recapping and seen it. Old test like a rap's at the prefix, but we out the Dietrichs and shabby as beatniks. About as bad as Gabby as a mirror, a can of hairspray, a curling iron, and 3 chicks. But in the game and I'm waiting to make it a spiral to a helix. I got more cats down with me than Heathcliff and Felix. Yo, and I know that they feel it when I focus my heart's content to the art that's been. Start the example of what the fraud squad, see the different shapes of God in it. Not only recognize it, but marauding it by applauding it ever so fiercely. And to lose sight of that would be the worst thing that fears me. I know God loves us whether you pray with or whether you cheers me. Yo, your godlessness is just someone else's gimmick. Look into your heart, you'll see that God is still in it. Ancestral Travelers, yo, the name is patronymic. The difference between fame and glory and the righteous game that we mimic. Your godlessness is just someone else's gimmick. Look into your heart, you'll see that God is still in it. Ancestral Travelers, yo, the name is patronymic. The difference between fame and glory and the righteous game that we mimic.
I'm gonna make you hate me kinda like you hate your job, by switching up to fakey like when I'm skating, dog. That means I'm using the other part of my mind to ollie over all of you all of the time. And when I rhyme, they say I'm smoother than Michael Jackson moved in his prime. But my crime is letting people's negativity alter my mind. But I still climb up the rope in the industry like I'm in gym and pressing a dime.
So I'm up the slope of entering into a whole new state of mind, making time rewind to show them how to appreciate the design. When I'm in it, I'm getting rhythmic and intrinsic, binging on wisdom. My soul's as old as the stars, my whole being's patronymic. No one can never mimic me, because there ain't an ounce of gimmicky living me. Making the most of what God has given me, skillfully rewrite history, literally symphony of infamy, artistic brilliancy, been in me far before I was pinned into my infancy. Your godlessness is just someone else's gimmick. Look into your heart, you'll see that God is still in it. Ancestral Travelers, yo, the name is patronymic. The difference between fame and glory and the righteous game that we mimic. Your godlessness is just someone else's gimmick. Look into your heart, you'll see that God is still in it. Ancestral Travelers, yo, the name is patronymic. The difference between fame and glory and the righteous game that we mimic. Yo, your godlessness is just someone else's gimmick. Look into your heart, you'll see that God is still in it. Ancestral Travelers, yo, the name is patronymic. The difference between fame and glory and the righteous game that we mimic. Your godlessness is just someone else's gimmick. Look into your heart, you'll see that God is still in it. Ancestral Travelers, yo, the name is patronymic. The difference between fame and glory and the righteous game that we mimic. Yo, your godlessness is just someone else's gimmick. Look into your heart, you'll see that God is still in it. Ancestral Travelers, yo, our name is patronymic. The difference between fame and glory and the righteous game that we mimic. Your godlessness is just someone else's gimmick.